Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Warsword Conquest, Skaven Edition. Now, it has been a very long time since we have visited Slithe of Skaven Blight, and there's a very good reason for that, of course, because our Lord is one of those fellows. He's one of those fellows that likes to patrol around a particular territory and not engage anyone, because I do believe we are not actually at war with anyone. We can attack anyone if we so desire, but yes, it does appear as though Deathmaster Snitch is being a little stagnant in his opportunities to conquer and plunder various areas, but yes, we are now here at the town of Bretonnia, and we are going to be joining this tournament. Now, the only unfortunate thing I can currently see about the tournaments in this mod is that they are, shall we say, a little bit less balanced than I would like. I think they're a little bit too difficult, but maybe that's just my feeling on it, but you'll maybe see why I say that in just a moment. So we're going to bet 250 gold. It's not too much. We get paid 290 every single week, so we should be fine. Now we're going to fight in the next round, and we have a bow. Now, a bow is fine. Usually it's... Ow. No. Usually it's okay, but at the moment, we actually have... Oh no. Orcs coming towards us. No. Okay, come on. Take them out, guys. I'm gonna try and shoot this guy in the back if I can, and... oh my. This is not good. This is not good at all. No, it appears that this fellow, do you see this fellow on the right there, that Skaven unit? Yes. That guy is one of our vassals, and no doubt that is the reason why he was so incredibly powerful, but yes, for now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and find a companion, and, ooh, this might actually be the one that we require. Wait, do we have a ransom broker? Do we have any prisoners to sell? No, I don't believe so. Oh well, that's unfortunate. But yes, we do actually have this companion here. She says, "Help me, please." And we say, "How may I help you?" "My name is Nakwacha, and I am completely lost. I was chased out of the forest near my home by a family of giant snakes. We are normally used to them, but these were so big, and they chased me for 3 days. Right now I don't know what to do, as I am young and not very experienced. I see safety in numbers, so I would like to join your party and do what you do. I would feel a lot safer." Ooh, I am feeling generous, so please join us. Yes. "Amazonian sisters are notorious for being tough, but I am not. I regret not training with the others, but I have been too busy pining after my true love. If you see Florin, please let him join us. I miss his pretty face." Goodness me, that is quite the coincidence, isn't it? I do believe in our Chaos Edition series, we have Florin as one of our companions, so wow, that's pretty amazing. Well, we're going to be letting her join us. She is joining us for free, after all, and that means what we can do, theoretically, is, if we so desire, we can leave Deathmaster Snitch's employ, and we will be able to ask for some personal leave. And once we do that, just as the Skaven underworld has declared war against the Empire of Sigmar, very nice, but once we do that, we'll be able to ask her to take some of our gear, and by some of our gear, I mean all of our gear, of course. They will obviously be in safe hands with Nakwacha, and then we'll be able to tell our lord that we will be leaving, and then we can talk to our companion once again and we'll have the gear. Or that, as far as I know, is the way to do things. Thank you to those of you in the comments that actually mentioned that. That is very, very nice of you. And now, it does appear as though the Skaven underworld, thankfully enough, now that I have started recording, as you may see by the bottom right, the date has progressed rather considerably. I do believe this is day 210 or 220, something like that, and you can only imagine that it took them this long to actually start any particular fights whatsoever. So let's try, shall we? Let's try and take these... Where is Deathmaster Snitch going? How dare you do such a thing? You need to go back there with your vassals and help them out. No! Where is he going? Oh no, he's disappointing me once again. Oh dear. Where is he actually going? Oh my goodness, he's not really going all the way back to Foul Peak, is he? Please don't let him do that. Come on, game. They just declared war against... Ah. That is unfortunate, is it not? Yes, very unfortunate. Well, as I stated, there is a very strange thought process going through Snitch's head at the moment. I'm not entirely sure what he's doing, but yeah, I was really hoping for a little bit of battle there, because, yeah, I've had to wait over, I'm not sure, 160 days, I think? Yes, 160 days just for the Skaven Underworld to declare war. So, yeah, I suppose without further ado, I am going to be cutting away here, and hopefully, upon our return, Deathmaster Snitch will have decided to engage some of the vassals of the Empire of Sigmar. I do believe we will be able to take them on without any issue whatsoever. Okay, so upon returning, as you may see here, we have Deathmaster Snitch as well as a couple of other Skaven Underworld vassals. Hopefully we are heading on to a nearby war zone. I did notice that a couple of the Skaven vassals were defeated, as well as a couple of Empire vassals being defeated too. So I'm hoping that we will... we're going to be heading over here for a siege. Very nice. Okay. Well, thankfully enough, we're actually going to get some combat in then, aren't we? Are we? No. It just appears that one of our enemy vassals decided to get in here. I do believe he was able to get in, unfortunately enough. We weren't able to stop him before, so... yes, it does appear as though we are going to now be following our commander into battle, and we will see how well we do. So let's join the next assault, and do bear in mind I don't have a shield, so this might turn out to be a little painful, but we do have one of the best pistols in the game. So let's try to make good use of it and not fire a little too inaccurately, shall we? Okay, we need to make sure that all of our units stay alive relatively well. Of course, I have no command over them, so let's just hope that Deathmaster Snitch does a good job. And I need to make sure that we stay alive. That is my main concern at the moment. I want to stay alive for as long as we can, because one of you mentioned in the comments that if we are able to increase our persuasion skill, I will be able to revolt if I am thinking about revolting, and I'll take some units with me, which would be a rather nice idea, I have to admit. Why did I miss that? Wow. Okay. There we are. Ooh, nice headshot right there. An Empire sharpshooter taken out. 215 damage. Yeah, that's nothing to sniff at, is it? No. We are rats, but we're not going to sniff at that damage. Oh, yes. So, let's see here. What are we going to do? We're going to take out that guy if I can. That was unfortunate, really. Okay. I think we might need to get a little bit closer. Make sure we have a good angle on this fellow. Yeah, another headshot right there. It took us a little bit too many shots for us to be able to get that headshot for my liking, but I suppose we are doing reasonably well so far. We are increasing our firearms proficiency. Not too bad, although we are having a lot of greatswords actually destroying many of our units at the moment, which is definitely something to worry about. That's for sure, because some of our Ratogres are just falling before them. That's not great. Okay, wait a minute. I need to go first person for this. That would make a difference. Another headshot right there. Yes, okay. This is actually going much better than I anticipated. Okay. Come on. Yes. Nice, more damage. It's unfortunate that I'm missing the first shot. That's all I can say. I am hoping that I'll be able to get a little bit better with this as time goes on, because, of course, I'm still getting used to the warp lock pistol, but it does appear as though we are actually doing a very good job. Yes, as you can see here, we only have 28 enemies remaining. Unfortunately, those enemies do seem to consist of Reiksguard Knights. Well, I don't believe we fought those before, as well as Empire Ulrich Swordsman. Whoa, okay. Oh, Deathmaster Snitch was able to get into the fight, but unfortunately he was then taken out very swiftly indeed by one of those Reiksguard Knights. Well, I do believe we are going to be fine. We have 141 of our units on the battlefield, including 2 of my units. Does that mean that... Wait a minute. I want to tell everyone to hold position back there. I don't want my companion to get knocked unconscious. That would be pretty terrible. Just in case we do want to leave at some point, I don't want her to be injured, so I'm not able to talk to her or anything like that, so yes, let's just make sure that everything's going as silky smooth as we can. Oh, it appears we have a couple of difficulties getting on this ladder. No, don't. Yes, there we are, thank you. My goodness. Only 20 enemies and the voracious hordes of various Ratmen, Skaven units are waiting with anticipation to get into the keep here. I am actually waiting rather fervently here, because I really want to kill that fellow over there, if you can see him. Do you see that fellow? He's just over there. I'm just making sure that we don't actually get killed in the process of trying to take him out. Oh, very nice shot right there. Okay, so now I just need to change to my spear so I don't waste that next shot. And then we'll see what we can do with this next unit up here. Oh my. Really? How dare you? Ladder. It's greased. That's what they've done. They've put grease on the ladder, so it's difficult for us to get up there. Of course, it just could be that our rats are so incredibly hungry that they just want to devour the Empire units. Well, not entirely sure whether Skaven does that, really. I've only played Blood Bowl, after all, so... yes. I would think that the undead units are more about that sort of thing, but nevertheless... We did actually suffer a casualty here. Yes, our companion did actually get taken out. A little unfortunate about that, but we were able to get our first combat scenario in quite some time. So I'm very pleased about that. And I'm actually going to request an audience with our commander. Hopefully he will improve his relation with us. Yes, nice. As you can see, I've done quite a bit of work with our relation with him. He has done a little bit of fighting with various bandit parties, but they weren't incredibly exciting, so I decided not to show those, of course. But yes, there we have it. Not bad at all. Now let us hope that we'll be able to not head back to our territory. I'm crossing our fingers right now, or should I say I'm crossing my fingers, and we'll just hope that Deathmaster Snitch decides to head further into Empire of Sigmar territory. If he does not, then of course another cut will be required, but maybe he's just going to go back and restore his HP of his troops, and then we'll see what we can do at that point. But, thankfully enough, we have increased... well, yeah, we've increased our territory a little bit further, but not as much as I would have liked, to be honest. I would really like us to head over maybe to Altdorf or Castle Bergbray, perhaps? That would be a better idea, in my opinion, although they are going to have many more units garrisoned there, so it's probably not going to be the best idea. But yes, as I stated before, I am hoping to get a couple of levels here, and then we'll be able to get some more in persuasion. So, without further ado, I'm going to be cutting away, and we'll see where Deathmaster Snitch decides to end up. Okay, it does appear as though we are venturing forth into very deep Empire of Sigmar territory just to raid a village. Really? Come on. You can do much better than that, Deathmaster Snitch, but it does not appear that is the case at the moment. However, as you may see here, our other vassals were able to take Castle Reichgard, which is right next to Talabheim, as well as Altdorf. But yes, let's just hope that... aha! We do appear to be in combat. Oh yes, with... oh my. It does appear as though we are in a battle against the Emperor himself. Well, let's see how well we do here, shall we? And as we can see, we have Nakwacha there. She is in her rather scantily clad uniform, but we are going to be telling her to hold position back there. I do not want her to get taken out once again. So yes, let's just charge in with our rat comrades here, and we'll see what we can do. Now, they do have 151, and I'm assuming that the Emperor himself would have the very best units. So I'm hoping that Deathmaster Snitch is not over his head here, but wow, we actually have some Saurus units here. That's pretty cool to see some Lizardmen. Wow, okay, that's pretty nice. Now, I think we should be okay. We have 115 against their 89. I was hoping that we'd be outnumbering them a little bit more than we currently are, but it does appear as though maybe the Emperor's tactics is rather formidable. I think they probably are quite a high level. Okay, well, I'm never going to use 60 bullets, so I'm going to try and fire both bullets as quickly as I can, and yeah, actually not hit anyone. I must remember not to zoom, of course, but I was attempting to get a little bit of a better view, but yeah, in this case I do believe that our pistol is not exactly the greatest at extreme range. Okay, never mind. It does appear as though it's really good at extreme range. Well, not for the second shot there, but Not bad. We took out one of them, at least. I was hoping for a little bit better than that, but nevertheless, I did take out one of them, so I suppose we are ahead by one, but we are going to be taking a huge amount of casualties when we go head-to-head versus the Emperor's forces, no doubt. Let's do this. Oh yeah, take out one of their halberdiers, very nice. And then maybe if I can get a good shot on this guy. Oh yeah, a veteran swordsman. That's exactly what I like to see there. Now, I must be very cautious of these fellows. Or not. Let's just take them out in one hit. Okay, that's fine. Now, what about that guy? Oh yeah, Empire Pistolier. Take that guy down, no problem at all. We do seem to be having quite a few issues though, so I'm going to attempt not to run into a greatsword though. Yeah, that was probably a mistake. However, I was attempting to take out the Emperor himself. I'm not entirely sure whether he's been taken out just yet, but he was on his horse. He does have a very formidable looking helmet on, I have to admit. So, I'm not entirely sure whether he's taken out yet. No, I do appear that this is him. Maybe? No, I don't think that's him. That's a Blazing Sun Knight, I believe. Wow. Okay, there's some pretty impressive units, I have to admit. Well, I suppose the best thing we can do is let all of our gunners, as you may see here, our gunners are doing an excellent job so far of doing so much damage. Look at these rattling gunners. They're doing amazing amounts of damage, and I can only hope, seeing as I am not able to look at the casualties screen at the moment, that we are going to be receiving more reinforcements as time goes on. I'm pretty sure we are on an even keel at the moment with our opponents. You know what's really unfortunate about us getting taken out just there? I do believe that we would have survived if one of our units hadn't drawn the greatsword into us. I do believe that they drew that fellow over to us, which is not exactly very friendly, is it? No. I was hoping that we would actually survive quite a bit longer there, because we were doing an excellent job at taking out many of the most powerful units, but hopefully our Warlock Engineers will do just as good a job, and maybe from the experience of taking out the Emperor himself, we will be able to gain at least 1 point, maybe 2 points in Persuasion, and that would help us out quite a bit. Although, as I said beforehand, if we are not going to revolt against Deathmaster Snitch, then I don't think it's even necessary to get any Persuasion skill, so maybe let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments whether you think we should revolt, or whether you think we should use the companion trick, should I say. I don't really think it's a trick, but it is a rather nice component of the mod. So, yes, we'll take a personal leave of absence, give our items to our companion, and then, of course, head on from there. But, yes, let me know whether you think we should revolt and have a chance at getting maybe 5 or 10 units, which not entirely sure is worth it, but nevertheless, there we have it. We have defeated Emperor Karl Franz in his own backyard, which is great. And it does appear as though we have been awarded a short rifle musket, which is actually worse than our Warplock pistol, which is a little unfortunate, but we'll take it anyway, because it is going to sell for a bundle of money, so I'm very happy with that. That's for sure. So let's just take all this. There we go. Thank you. Whoa, okay. 1,200 gold for defeating the Emperor. That was well worth it. So, let's see. I'm going to request an audience with our commander, and we'll increase our relation once again with him. Very nice indeed. And then we will leave, and we will let him do his thing. Let's hopefully be able to encounter someone else, although I am still knocked unconscious, I think, so it'd probably be not a very wise decision for him to do that, but who knows? Oh yes, it does appear as though some of our warlords are now being taken prisoner, and that's what you get for winning that tournament over there. Yes, it does appear as though the winner of that tournament has now been taken prisoner, so yes, it would have been rather nice if he had allowed us to win that, or at least advance to the second round, but I suppose what can you do? And it does appear as though we are heading back to Skaven Underworld territory. Now, do bear in mind that the Empire of Sigmar is actually at war against the Skaven Underworld, as well as the Orcs, believe it or not. Yes, the Orcs are currently at war against them. Where are the Orcs, by the way? Oh, they're over here. Oh my goodness. They only have one town and a castle? Wow. I think they are probably getting reasonably conquered by the Emperor of Sigmar. It does appear as though that is the case. I'm not entirely sure. It's been such a large amount of days that I really don't know what is currently going on in the world, but maybe what we should do is just have a small overview of what is currently going on. So I'm going to pause the game a little bit, and we'll see what's currently happening. So we can see here that the Lizardmen faction has not been touched at all. High Elves, same deal. And we have the Dark Elves, I believe, Dark Elf Empire, not having any problems whatsoever, as well as the Chaos. It does appear as though the most drama is happening in the center of the area here. So we have the Skaven currently at war against the Emperor of Sigmar, and the Orcs currently at war against the Emperor of Sigmar. So, yes, it appears that everyone else is relatively at peace. It does appear as though they are all at peace, so, that's very interesting to say the least. Well, I think considering I have thankfully been able to acquire over 20 minutes of footage this time around, I think we're probably going to be ending this episode off here, unless Deathmaster Snitch can head out once again. Please head out once again. I'd love to get some more footage of this. It's very difficult to get footage of a freelancing series, that's for sure. But yes, let's hope. He is actually heading out. He has a full contingent of units, 175 to his name. Maybe he will decide to do so. Oh, it does appear as though the Orcs have taken Borfang from the Empire of Sigmar, which is very nice to see, that is for sure. I'm very happy to find that the Orcs are actually fighting back against them now. And it does appear as though we are going to be fighting some renegade mercenaries. So this is probably going to be the last battle, unless Deathmaster Snitch decides to go back into Empire territory, which I hope he does. But you know how he is. He's rather indecisive at times. A little unfortunate, I have to admit. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to avoid the Ogres, as well as the mounted units. Yes. Okay, so let's try and... Okay, never mind. Let's try and take out that fellow. Yes, thank you. And take out that guy. Nope, that was a little bit late, my shot there. Okay, now, I'm hoping that I'll be able to target the large Ogres, because I do believe they give you more experience. Is that just my opinion? Or maybe that's truth, who knows. But we are taking out some of those Briganza's besiegers now, because they are pretty powerful. They did take us out last time, so let's hopefully be able to teach them a lesson. Yes, there we are. Taking out quite a few of them. I'm surprised that we haven't actually leveled up just yet, because we are getting quite a few kills here. Ah, there we are. Nice level up. Great. Okay. Now, are there any others? Please let there be an ogre left for me to take out. Oh, and I actually hit one of our death runners there. Okay, well, at least he was only knocked unconscious. I was really hoping that I'd be able to get a quick shot off there to take out that last besieger, but unfortunately not the case this time. But yes, there we are. We were able to take out a renegade mercenary band. We have improved our relation with the Skaven underworld by yet another 3 relation, and we have improved Nakwatcha's level as well, which is always good. So let's actually just get an audience with our commander once again. And yes, no relation increase this time around, unfortunately enough, but we can now see whether he decides to head over to Empire territory. I really hope he does. Please? No? Oh! Really? Ah! I am face-palming right now. Oh my goodness. As you can see, the Skaven underworld and the Emperor of Sigmar have made peace. So it does appear as though I will have to wait another 160 days, unless I decide to ask for some personal leave and do the companion scenario. Maybe that would be a good idea. But yes, we'll just take out this Night Goblin army, and that will be our last engagement for this particular episode. And I really hope you enjoyed the return of the Skaven edition at least, because goodness me, I was attempting to do so much off screen that, yeah, it was getting to be a little ridiculous actually. I was spending way too much time off screen and not a lot of time on screen, so yes, hopefully we'll be able to take out some of these guys. Oh yes, 2 kills in succession, very nice indeed. Okay, come on, let's do this. I'm just gonna fire off into them and we'll see if I can get any kills there. I was hoping just to kill quite a few of them. Oh, it does appear as though these Squig Riders are attempting to do a rather large amount of damage. It does appear as though they were a little bit outmatched by our units, though. And it does appear as though most of their shields are blocking my abilities. So, let's actually use our polearm for once. Let's see how much damage this actually does. Night Goblins are not too well armored, although it does appear as though this fellow is just going to run, and he has a lot of athletic skill, by the looks of things. So let's see what we can do with our pistol. Oh, there we are. Very nice. Great. So we were able to take out that Night Goblin Warrior from range, and we can now continue onward. Oh, we have some chicken. That might actually be pretty nice to take. Okay, so let's put the chicken at the top before it goes to waste. And there we have it. Very nice. And 200 gold. Okay, that's not too bad. And we'll return to duty. That should be fine. And let's just see whether he decides to declare war against anyone else. I doubt it, actually. I don't think that's going to happen. So, yes, without further ado, I am going to be ending this episode off here. And it does appear as though the Orcs are still at war against the Empire of Sigmar, which is what makes me rather disappointed. However, we were able to expand our territory to Castle Reichgard, as well as to Death Grinders, which is obviously one of the old Orc thieves, perhaps? Yes, I think that probably is the case. But nevertheless, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.